taken off. I'm just like, Jesus, liberals, come on, just shut up, just shut the fuck up. All right, that's all I got to say on that. Whew.
So were there other current events that you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, well, if oh, Hector says I should run for president. Rabs for 2012. I may just have to do it. No, they asked you, why don't you go back to Australia?
Because I love America.
He loves America, ladies and gentlemen. When he bleeds red, white, and blue, not Foster's Lager. And how do you think you would be? Do you think you would be accepted if you moved to New York?
That's a good question, because I really acculturated to California mores, which are similar to Australian in many ways, and I guess New York's more formal, and they put more emphasis on where did you go to school, and having conventional jobs. Like in LA, you can work any job and it's okay, but in like Chicago and New York, people go out the door at 7 o'clock and they come home at 6 o'clock and they work like regular jobs where they wear suits and ties.
Okay.
I'd love to go. I've had some dreams about New York. Literally, dreaming at night that I was in New York. So I've only been once, and I'd love to go back.
Okay, fair enough. And Brandon wants to know, what do you define as a Jewish community? How many Jews do you need to have a Jewish community?
More than 100.
100? I'm going to say something that you're not going to like. I don't think you have a real Jewish community until you have 100,000 Jews. That's my opinion. Other than that, you just have like pockets of a Jewish neighborhood. You have a few Jews that attend. We have a couple of shuls in town. But if you really want to have like a real stronghold of Jewish community, like Pico Robertson is a big Jewish community. Yeah. How many Jews do you think we have living around here?
I heard an estimate say 50,000 within 2 miles of Pico and Robinson.
Between Pico and Robinson's 50,000?
Yeah, within 2 miles.
And how many shuls? How many minions?
There are 100 Orthodox shuls, including some that meet in people's homes.
Okay.
Within a mile of Pico and Robinson.
Okay, so we have 100 shuls, 50,000, you say?
Yeah.
That's a community, and that's not even the whole LA. That's just Pico Robertson. That's just our little neighborhood. But that's when you start getting in. That's my opinion. When you get into a Jewish community, means you cannot walk down any street without bumping into somebody from. You know what I mean? It's like every street is loaded to the gills with Jews, right?
And there's a difference between a Jewish community and an Orthodox Jewish community.
Oh, if we're talking about like wide open, how many Jews? Oh my God, the whole West LA is all Jewish.
Right.
The whole West LA here is all Jewish, but they ain't from.
Do you think Tim Tebow's a great quarterback?
No, I think he's got potential, but right now he's not. Oh.
How about Cam Newton throwing for 422 yards in his first game?
Well,
the most ever.
We'll see. He played Arizona. He hasn't been tested. Okay, so I think we did that. Now, you need 10 Jews to tango. Yeah. Okay, let somebody had a question. I think it was Greg had a question. Well, Turkey, do you think they're going to go to war against Israel in the
No.
It's just a big bluff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think it's just saber rattling, as they call it. It's like, oh, here we come with our boats. But here's the bottom line on all that stuff. But the Turks are warriors. They like to go to war. They're bloodthirsty. They're a little bit dangerous.
But they are dangerous, definitely. It's dangerous.
But the other ones who have to join them in this, oh my God, it's going to be like Egypt and Syria. We've already learned historically that the Arabs, they talk a good game, but they get scared and they run.
But they only have to be right once.
Yeah, but they get scared. You point a gun at them, you start firing, and they get scared and they run. So they're real good at talking the talk, but they make terrible armies because the average Arab is scared to death of bullets flying around. That was proven and time and time again when the Israelis would go to war with them. Yeah. Next thing, next topic. This came up the other day. There's a new movie out coming out. There's talk of it coming out.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's making a movie
About the Maccabees.
about Maccabees, and he's been cast to play Judah Maccabee, who was like the big, if you know the story of Hanukkah, Judah Maccabee was like, you know, the hero of Hanukkah. You know, he led the revolt against the Greeks, or not really the Greeks, who were they?
The Hellenized Jews.
Yeah, but they have another name too, but I can't think of it. He led this revolt, and the Jews won, and they took over they got the temple back, and whatever, with the light and the lid, and so there's that. So Mel Gibson's going to play it, and before everybody like loses it, you know, because
I think that's awesome because Mel Gibson's a great actor,
Yeah,
and he makes high quality movies.
yeah, no problem. He wrote some apology letters because, you know, apparently there was a time when he got drunk and drove his car wildly on PCH in Malibu
And said the Jews started all the wars.
and said some things he probably regrets about Jews. And he wrote, you know, apologies, and he's been to alcohol rehab. And I say let's give Mel, you know, the benefit of the doubt. And
I like Mel Gibson's movies.
He's done tshuva. It's the spirit of tshuva. It's the month of Elul, and you know it's before Rosh Hashanah time, and Mel's been doing tshuva. So Mel's coming out with a movie, wants to make good with the Jews. And he's going to prove just because his father is a Nazi and hardcore and raised him hardcore Nazi, now he's seen the light and he's going to tone it down a notch. And his next movie is going to try to help the Jews out. So I'm all supportive, and I'm like, you know, let's bring it. Let's see what you do, right? Let's judge him. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. When he brings the movie, we'll see what he's done.
How many Jews has Mel Gibson killed? I don't believe he's killed anyone. I don't believe The Last Temptation of Christ killed any Jews. Like we heard when it came out that this was going to there would be pogroms against Jews and that Jews would die as a result of this movie. I'm unaware of that happening, so I'm not a big Mel Gibson fan. I do think the guy fundamentally hates Jews, but I don't think he's a big threat to us.
Right.
And you know what? I get a kick out of all these liberal rabbis who get on his case for the ugly things that he said to his girlfriend.
Oh, you know what? I have a problem with that.
And then made public, and then all these rabbis got on the bandwagon and said, "Oh, we're going to condemn him for remarks he made in private to his girlfriend." When all these rabbis, I'm sure, have said crazy things in private to their wives or girlfriends. Or, we all say crazy things in private,
right.
And all these rabbis use these private taped conversations to trash Mel Gibson. I thought it was disgusting.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing on that. I personally don't give a shit what a person says. I don't care what an actor says
to his girlfriend in private.
Even I don't care what he says to the cop while he's drunk. I don't really. Yeah. It never bothered me. I thought it was entertaining. That was funny.
Yeah.
The kind of things, you know, he went on this tirade and all this anti-Semitism came out. Oh, the fucking Jews and all. You know what? I have a thick skin when it comes to racist shit. You know, we make race. I started off with a joke.
You do, but
yeah, not you. You're above that.
Me, I'm above
but when we started the show, and I made a joke about Boogieville and Schwarzerville. You know, it's like, you know, if you can't take this, if your sensitivities are, get us. Loosen, lighten the fuck up, okay? If you can't handle a little racial stuff, a little stuff that's not PC, then take the stick out of your ass and buy yourself a sense of humor, lighten up, lose the PC stuff, get a life. You know what I mean? So it's like, I say stuff, but on the same token, it's okay because I don't get offended by it. So Mel Gibson goes off on a big, 5-minute tirade about how fucking bad the Jews are and all fucking this and that. It's like, who fucking cares? Does that really bother you? Is there anybody that's really hurt by that? It's not like he killed your dad and fucked your mom. He didn't rape your mom and kill your dad and steal your money, right? You want to know what's really bad? It's like, wait for someone to do that, and then you have something to talk about. Oh my God. Let's not make him out to be a Nazi. You know what the Nazis were? You know what they would do? They would fucking put you in a camp and, like you said, and kill you, right? Did Mel Gibson ever do that? Did he ever come to your home and scoop you up? I don't think so, right? Mel Gibson hasn't done that.